Good morning, YouTube. Hope everybody's having a good day. I want to thank everyone that subscribed so far. I appreciate everyone that watches this subscribe and share. I'm trying to build my subscription base. Don't know if I'll ever get up to 1,000, but hey, I can try. Anyway, I'm going back to work on the C4. Today I'm just going to remove the C-beam and drive shaft. First the drive shaft, of course. That's a total of 4 bolts from the rear of the drive shaft to remove the drive shaft, and then 4 more bolts to remove the C-beam. Total 8 bolts. At the end of the video I'll show you the bolts and what size wrenches you need. Also, if anyone wants a kitten, I got this little bugger right here showed up. He's free. Just come by and pick him up. Or she, I think it is, anyway. Feisty little bugger. You want this kitten? Just let me know. Anyway, back to the C4. I'm going to get to work. It's always good to have power tools. Either air tools or the electric, or if you can afford it, cordless. Let's get to work. Okay, the drive shaft is out. The C-beam is unbolted and banged back out of the way of the tail shaft. I won't be able to take it out till I get the trans out. Last time I had that C-beam out, it was when I had the differential out, and I was able to just pull it out of the rear. But basically, these two bigger bolts, those are the bolts that bolt the C-beam to the differential housing. C-beam runs from the differential to the tail shaft. And if you don't know what the C-beam is, just Google it. C-beam on C4 Corvette, and you'll get lots of pictures. But these use 21 millimeter, both on the nut end and on the bolt end. So I used a socket, an impact, electric impact, and a box wrench. On the tail shaft of the transmission, they use 18 millimeter bolts, 18 millimeter nuts. Same thing. I used a wrench and a socket. And to remove the caps that hold the universal joint on, those are 5/16. I guess you've seen in the video, I used my little trusty cordless half-inch drive wrench with an adapter. You don't need to use that. You can use hand tools. You can use a ratchet and this. And this cat is still free if anybody wants it. This little kitten here, cute little kitten, full of energy, likes to get in mischief. So one other thing, I put the if you've seen in the video, I put the pan under there, the drain pan, because I thought fluid was going to come out of the when I pulled this drive shaft out. I thought for sure that fluid was going to come out. No fluid came out. So, but one thing you have to keep in mind is support the transmission. I used a little floor jack, and I also have a jack stand underneath the oil pan with a board, of course, and that I'll definitely need when I go ahead and lower the trans out. And another thing to keep in mind, I'll go over this again when I do next week, when I get the trans out, hopefully next week. You have to, well, you don't have to, but it's a wise idea to remove the distributor cap. Let me see if I can get some light on the subject. It's a good idea to remove the distributor cap, because when this, when I lower it down, I'm only going to lower it a little bit. Don't want to let the motor just support by the motor mounts, because if you do that, this motor will tilt back, the distributor cap will hit the firewall, and if you let it go back too far. I've actually had the C-beam off with the transmission hanging though, and well, I did have support under it, and I let it down a little bit, and the distributor cap never did hit, so you could just keep an eye. There's an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches of clearance back there. I don't know if you can see it. But to play it safe, probably the best thing is to remove the distributor cap, and then you don't have to worry about it. So that's where I'm at on the C4. I can't wait to get this trans out and to open it up and see what broke. It made one heck of a bang when it broke. So hopefully I didn't do any permanent damage that can't be repaired. It'll be interesting to find out. Stay tuned. Hit the notification bell if you want to keep up on what's going on. Subscribe. Everybody have a happy YouTube day. God bless.